My name is Tom Baltimore. I'm Chairman and CEO of Park Hotels and Resorts. We are a publicly traded real estate investment trust and own 45 hotels in the United States and about $8-9 billion in assets. I'm born in Front Royal, Virginia. My late parents attended segregated schools in the Warrington, Front Royal area. My mother, Geraldine Smith Baltimore, my father, the late Reverend Dr. Thomas Jeremiah Baltimore Sr., my late father, and they were high school sweethearts and went to the same high school and started their relationship, and I was born their senior year of high school. Being a double PK, my late grandfather was also a Baptist minister, and I had faith is a really important part of my life, but I realized that there were other ways that you could serve, and determined early in life that I was more interested in business. So I set on a course both through my education at the University of Virginia to major in accounting, but I learned early that I really wanted to get in sort of finance and development is really where I had an interest and passion. Bill McCartan played a really important role in the growth path of my career, and I'm eternally grateful. We have been friends for north of 30 years. So he gave me a first key opportunity in the business development side that really allowed me to sort of grow and develop and help my career accelerate. I am passionate about building teams and building businesses, and watching so many of the women and men that I've worked with, not only having us succeed as a team, but having them succeed personally and professionally. And when I look back on all of those successes, that's what I'm really most proud of. There are three guiding principles in my life. First is prayer. Prayer has a way of centering you, of guiding you, providing the right foundation. The second is really preparation. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or a businesswoman, whatever it is that you want to do, having the right educational background and preparing and working hard is going to be an important part of that success. The third is really perseverance. In every life, a little rain must fall, and you will have adversity and you will have setbacks. But it's your ability to respond to it and figuring out how you navigate around that. We're engaged in a number of different activities. One is Don Bosco, Cristo Rey, which is obviously a work-study program, largely for kids of color, and where they go to school for 4 days, and then they actually work in a company. And we've been involved for many years, and it's really been a great joy for the company to participate. And so we may have 3 to 5 students a year, and to see them develop, and to see them, many of whom have families and perhaps aren't in business, but to see that there are leaders, and particularly women leaders and leaders of color, and for them to get that experience and that access is something that we're really excited to continue to participate in. I'm eternally grateful for those mentors that turned into sponsors. I'm still very good friends with many of them. They still are very proud of the success that I've had, but I'm also grateful for the interest that they took in my career. Outreach, I think it's terribly important as you think about hiring, that it's very easy to hire and to go through the normal channels, but if you're open to whether it's historically black colleges, whether it's different programs, there's a program in in the finance side, Robert Twigo Foundation, that really focuses on putting kids of color on Wall Street. We have been able to recruit from there and at my previous company and my current company. And I think there are different ways of broadening the aperture at which you recruit and then supporting people when they join your company. One of the things that we've done, we have an internal leadership development program. So every year we select 3 to 5 associates, and we put them through a rigorous program, which includes a 360 review. It also includes having an executive team mentor. We also have them participate in a special project. And through that, they get access to not only members of the executive team, but also they get to work closely with other peers. We find that that is a way to continue to develop and inspire and help them develop the tools that they're going to need to really get to the next level. I think, first and foremost, play to your strengths. Find something that you're passionate about, find something that you believe in, have a mindset of continuous learning, particularly as you think about advances in technology. It's terribly important to have a mindset of collaboration. Learn to work with people. Be a great teammate. Seek understanding. Have empathy. And then ultimately, be prepared. As I said earlier, perseverance is the secret sauce of life. You will have setbacks in your life. Work hard, prepare yourself, never give up, and focus on excellence. Anyone that knows me knows that I still continue to work 6 days a week. The harder I work, the more prepared I am, the more confident I am, and the luckier I get. It's not easy, but again, if it's part of your DNA and part of your vision for yourself, being prepared to work hard is going to be an integral part of a successful career. I have always believed in teamwork. No man or woman succeeds alone. And having the commitment to surround yourself with the right people is going to be an integral part of your success. But if you're an early student or an early associate joining a team, join that team with the mindset, what can I do to help this team succeed? But at the same time, how can I grow and how can I learn? My mother had one dream, and that was to see all 5 of her kids graduate college. My father had a dream to start his own church. So at the age of 33, he started a church in Montgomery County. Started first in a school, and then he led that church for 25 years. Unfortunately, both of my parents died young. My mother got breast cancer in her early 40s. 43, I was 26 years old, and I was in graduate school at the University of Virginia. They told us she had 6 months to live. They didn't know my mother, steely spirit, and she lived almost 10 additional years. In that time, she watched all 5 of us graduate college, and she watched me finish graduate school. My father also realized his dream. Starting a church at 33 with your eldest son 15 and the youngest 5, He was a passionate servant. He was passionate about his work, and he worked every day. I learned the value of faith. I learned the value of hard work. I learned the value of commitment and excellence. And for me, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about them. My wife, Hillary, and I are passionate about education. Education is the escalator. It is the difference maker. It provides that foundation, and it provides that opportunity for the future. And so my wife, Hillary, and I have been blessed, and we've been passionate about setting up scholarships and at many of the institutions that we've been involved with. So all of our scholarships are earmarked for kids of color and from disadvantaged backgrounds to give them that foundation to help them realize their dreams. I am honored to even be considered, and I am so grateful to be included among this year's extraordinary class. In a small way is a validation of excellence and a solid career, and hopefully is a validation of the support that my wife and I have had in the greater DC area. But it also, equally important, in fact, perhaps even more important, is really a validation for my company and for my team. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have success building companies. But I did that having an extraordinary group of women and men, first at RLJ, which we later took public as RLJ Lodging Trust, and today Park Hotels and Resorts, which we also took public. But when I think back to all of the people that I worked with and the fact that so many of them have not only contributed, but they've enriched my life, I really want to share this with them as well.